Hello, wonderful people out there and everyone else. My name is Travis. At least some people call me that. This is the chalet behind me, and I've done a few other videos here, but you won't have seen them. I thought I'd tell you about something that happened not too long ago that really wasn't very pleasant. My Facebook account, which I've had since 2007, got nicked. It happened very quickly, and I thought I'd be able to sort it out without much hassle, but that wasn't the case. I'll tell you about what difficulties I encountered and what actions I took and what success I had. Now, my password wasn't obvious. It was quite long. It had numbers, letters, other characters. I didn't write it anywhere. I didn't tell anyone, but nonetheless, it got hacked. Over the previous months, I'd noticed that I've been getting emails from Facebook telling me that someone's tried to access my account and sending me recovery codes, even though I'd never requested. Obviously, at that point, I should really have set up two-factor authentication, except I hadn't really heard much about it then. Then, overnight, I received a series of mails over a period of about an hour, stating that someone had tried to log into my account. Was it me? And just then other emails stating that someone had tried again, and then finally one email stating that my password had been changed and asking, was it me? By the time I saw all these messages the next morning and went to the link that Facebook had sent me to confirm that it wasn't me who changed my password, the link had expired. So such links obviously have a very limited period during which they're valid. Unsurprisingly, the first thing the hackers did once they managed to get into my account was to change the password and the recovery email address and phone number. When I tried to log into my Facebook account, obviously I couldn't, but I assumed that I'd be able to sort this out very easily. No. The only advice that Facebook gave was to go to facebook.com/hack to try to recover my account. But this was no damn good at all, because all that does is activate an automated process whereby a 6-digit recovery code is sent to the email recovery address and phone number. And of course, the first thing the hackers did was change these, so all that happened was a 6-digit code went to them. Well, surely there's some kind of support Meta has, and I scrutinized much of the web, and there is no call center, no helpline, no email address, not even a postal address for Meta that is at all accessible. I looked further and found on LinkedIn an article by a chap called Guled Hussein, and he stated that, and I quote, "If you're a Facebook user, then you probably had more than one reason to contact Facebook over the years. Unfortunately, Facebook is notorious for having a support system that is confusing and very much lacking in certain areas. So no matter what you use Facebook for or how long you've been using it, there is one thing that all Facebook users can agree on. Facebook support is not user-friendly." Well, I would add to that it's completely non-existent. On Twitter, X, I found that there were many, many people out there who were in exactly the same predicament. Inquiring amongst my real life, face-to-face friends, I found a couple who'd had this problem. Now, were any cases that I'd heard about or read about resolved? No, in every case the accounts had been irretrievably lost. I read about various ways outside of Facebook in which you can attempt to recover your account. Some had written to their MP. Others had used LinkedIn to contact and then befriend Meta employees and then contacting them. But of all of these approaches, I couldn't find one that had actually been successful. Now, I'd be happy, not really happy, but at least okay with paying Meta for support. It's clear why Meta have no man support, because if they had an email address that someone human actually read, then they'd be inundated by millions of people complaining about the postings of other people and all kinds of trivia. But if one had to pay to use such a service, then surely only those with genuine problems would actually use it. A human operator would be able to say immediately what had happened to my account, and they'd be able to see when and how it was hacked, and they'd be able to see what had happened to it now, what with all the spam postings on it, and my announcement that I moved to Paraguay and now spend all my time making millions for others due to my spontaneously acquired genius in trading in cryptocurrencies. A human operator will also be able to return my account to me, subject obviously to me verifying my ID, which I'd be happy to do with a passport or domestic bills or whatever. While I've been trying to reclaim my stolen account, it's being used, under my name of course, to promote all manner of get-rich schemes to my Facebook friends, usually involving cryptocurrency. Many have been individually contacted via my Messenger account with offers of free financial advice, and videos appear showing loads of smiling, happy people saying how much they've been helped by me. Now, clearly the scammers are nothing to do with cryptocurrency, and that's just an excuse that sounds a bit mystical and maybe a way in which ordinary people can get rich quick if they get some expert advice, which apparently I'm dishing out in the hope that they'll send me some money maybe to my bank account, which obviously I'll invest for them. I've only been told about a small fraction of the messages communicated via my Facebook Messenger to my former Facebook friends, but other messages might well involve contact details leading to phone calls, again done in my name, and if these people, if my Facebook friends I've not seen for a decade or so, they're not going to know it's not my voice. So maybe they're receiving phone calls now in order to persuade them to part with some vital details about their bank accounts so that they can be emptied. Now, though I can't complain to Meta about the theft of my online identity, my former Facebook friends, those who are still linked to that account, can report my account, and a number of them did do this. It's not possible to write anything in a report made to Facebook, only to send a generic report form that reports scam, fraud, or false information. And when a number of my friends did this for my old account, that account was suspended for a few days, and then it bounced back. And now the number of friends linked to that account is growing, because the scammers are now sending out friend requests to friends of my friends. I've warned a lot of Facebook friends, but I can only contact some of them, those for which I've got additional details, such as a WhatsApp account or email address. However, my account goes right back to 2007. And although I've met all of my Facebook friends face to face, I met some of them only briefly and some of them a very long time ago. And the only contact detail I actually have is the Facebook link itself. So to attempt to contact these people, I started another Facebook account and used it to attempt to refriend those friends of my old account. Although one has the ability with a Facebook account to message anyone on Facebook, those people are not going to receive that message unless they're a Facebook friend. So most people I send friend requests to are probably just going to think that it's not actually me and that it's a cloned account. So to mitigate this, I had some text behind me in my photograph, my background, and that explained very carefully, very precisely, and very politely that my old account had been hacked and hijacked, and pretty please accept this friend request, and in the Facebook Messenger message that you'll then be able to see, you'll get details about how I know you. Now, clearly a scammer could never provide those details. I thought this might be a way in which I could at least try to contact the many friends whom I've got no other way of contacting, and things became then positively Kafka-esque. So what did Facebook do? They promptly closed my brand new account. I don't know why. Maybe it's because there was some wording behind my head in the background which their algorithm thought was some kind of advert, or perhaps the scammers themselves complained about my new account. Meanwhile, my hijacked account soldiers on, gathering friends and continuing to attempt to scam them in my name. Meta, you are aiding and abetting the theft of my account, the theft of my online identity. You are aiding and abetting the scamming of my friends in my name, and you won't even let me try to stop this. Are you not aware that the more stolen Facebook accounts there are out there, the less credible and more dangerous your entire platform becomes? As a last resort, I very recently wrote to my MP detailing all of this, and she's taken this up with Meta. I've already been warned that Meta is not responsive to letters from MP, so I've been told to keep on reminding her of my case if nothing is heard from them. So that's it for now. I'll keep you updated. Please do sign my petition, which requests that Facebook provide customer support and that they return hacked and stolen accounts to their original owners, and they offer some way of doing that. The petition will ask you for some money. That's nothing to do with me. All I'm interested in is your signature. Anyway, please also hit that like button and that subscribe button, and who knows, I might produce something that might be interesting soon. It's goodbye for me, and thank you very much for listening to the end.
saw you.